Carlo, Africa. So I see also our Vice Chancellor, Prof. Veronique. You are most welcome. I see Mlamuli. So all of you in your respect, I see also Ambassador, Director of Partnership. So all of you, you are most welcome. Let's continue directly with our course because we have delayed. So the course is entitled Fundraising and Resource Mobilization Strategy. So the fundraising, that's the course. We are not going to spend time to present ourselves. I think all of us, we know one another, so I will not go through the presentation of facilitator. You know, my name is John Baptist Habunimana. For those who are new in this class, I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Revealed World University, and I'm also the Dean of FALEB faculty. I'm expert in leadership and management with the background of economists. So we had to start also to introduce to one another for the new participants. I think if there is anyone who is coming just for this course in the panel, he can also help us to know him. Is there any one of the participants who is joining the class today? If yes, you can introduce to us if you are new. So welcome if there is a newcomer in this online course with FALEB. Is there anyone who is the first time to join?
Yes, I am. I'm joining for the first time.
Okay. So you can introduce yourself to us and tell us in which faculty or department you are registered. You are welcome.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Well, yes. My name is Kazim Balogun. I am the CEO of Carlo Africa Media. I'm a journalist residing in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
I'm a member of ATB, and I'm an ambassador there. I came through our chairman, Mr. Kobe Nkumbe. He informed me about the class, and I also had a chat with the CEO. Actually, I'm not sure if I filled any form to register for any department like you asked. But I'm here, and I want to learn and be a part of the class. So probably I need to be updated about what needs to be done.
Okay. Thank you very much. So you are most welcome. Here it is within FALEB, Faculty of Leadership and Business Economics, which is currently conducting short courses programs. So there is a certain list of courses that will be facilitated as short course programs. But within FALEB, we have also the Faculty of Administration level and PhD level that will be facilitated online. So you are most welcome. It's a pleasure to welcome you. Is there any?
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah. Is there any other who is joining for the first time our FALEB short course programs.
Thank you, Prof. We have another that you don't know who joined in a few weeks ago, days ago. Is I don't know how to spell his name, but is Mlali Mloi. He's new for you, and also I'm taking the opportunity to welcome Kazim, the CEO of Carlo Africa Media. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, CEO.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So all of you, you are most welcome. Because we have delayed, let's progress quickly with our course. It's a pleasure to be with you in this facilitation of fundraising and resource mobilization. Okay. I see also Marduk Dachala is...
Oh, yes, is also the new, is the reviewed World University Ambassador from Angola. From Angola. Yes. She followed the course of the course of this Kingdom Business facilitated by Dr. Patrice, and she's with the husband called Malduke. Yeah. Yes, thank you.
So it's a pleasure to have her in this panel, and Angela also. So others, I see also Mlamuli Mloi.
This is the one I told you that has attended the business Kingdom Business class with Dr. Patrice. He's new for you, but he's having like 1 week with FALEB.
So thank you very much. So all of you are most welcome in this class. So we can share quickly what are the expectations you have for this fundraising and resource mobilization. Okay, what may be your expectation? What do you expect to learn in this module? We can share quickly. Any volunteer can start to share the expectations. Welcome. 2 or 3, it's enough. Welcome.
Okay, thank you, Prof. I do expect from the course to be learning the strategies that may be used to really motivate investors to support the project financially, and the way to succeed within financial mobilization from supporters or investors. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, CEO. So we are going to see different strategies that may help when we are doing fundraising and when we are mobilizing resources. And we are going also to see the difference between making fundraising and also mobilizing resources, because when we are doing fundraising, we can also mobilize the resources. It can be included in such capacities of doing fundraising. So we are going to see even strategies in communication for fundraising, because when you are doing fundraising, you should also communicate appropriately. So let's progress, you will see. Rules and regulations of facilitation will be like previous facilitation. So everyone is encouraged to participate. If there is any question, do not hesitate to ask questions, okay? So it will be an interaction session, all facilitation. Okay. Now let's continue a little bit. What's the course description within the introduction? So this course module helps participants to acquire skills and the strategies in raising funds and mobilizing resources to develop project ideas or scale up and sustain existing programs in peace and development. Mobilization of resources is recognized as the foundation for self-sustaining development. Mobilizing resources are important in financing investment programs and projects which are essential for economic growth and for eradicating poverty. Okay, now let's, before even going deeper into the all courses, okay, to understand the difference between resource mobilization and the funding, okay, fundraising. So let's finish this introduction and we'll come back to this concept. So financing for economic growth and the poverty reduction is one of the challenge facing programs and projects. However, resource mobilization can be managed more innovatively for greater effectiveness. In this context, a sound fiscal policy, responsible social spending, a well-functioning and competitive financial system are the crucial elements mobilizing resources. Resource mobilization includes all the actions taken by an organization to ensure that it has the resources it needs to properly implement its strategy. The term resource covers not only financial resources, but also the human resources and the goods and the services made available to the organization. A resource mobilization strategy requires broad outreach to potential donors and partners in order to diversify the sources of support and financing. Okay. Now let's come back and fix just this concept to be really well understood. Here the course is fundraising and resource mobilization, okay? Now, I need everyone to capture from the beginning the difference between fundraising, okay, and resource mobilization, okay? Okay, now here we have already seen what consists in resource mobilization, okay? It is already seen, okay? What's the meaning of resource mobilization? When you are doing resource mobilization, this means you are taking actions, okay, within your organization, not only for financial mobilization or financial raising, but managing your resources, okay, in a proper way while we are implementing the strategy, okay? Here the term resource covers not only financial resources, but also human resources, goods and the services that are needed within your organization and how it is used, okay? A resource mobilization strategy requires broad outreach to potential donors and partners in order to diversify the resource of support and financial, okay? But when you are doing fundraising, okay, you are looking not only for money, okay, but you can also get the opportunity to acquire goods and services that are really needed within your organization, okay? Is it clear for all of us? Because when we are doing fundraising, some may have confusion, okay? Resource mobilization is more broad than fundraising, than looking for financial means, okay? Is it clear?
Not really, Professor.
Not really.
I don't get the difference between the fundraising. Because we use fundraising, for example, in the church, when we want to get resources or money, we talk about fundraising. Yes, and now the difference between resource mobilization and fundraising, I don't see the difference. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor, for raising such question. It's really very, very central. Okay. When, for example, in a church, okay, you are mobilizing resources. I cannot say that in a church, church leaders or different pastors or different church leaders, when they are doing, okay, resource mobilization, either they can get money, okay, or they can also get, for example, human resources in terms of workers, okay, that are not paying, okay. They can come and contribute, for example, in building a church or just doing some activities at the church that is not really being paid. So if you are doing resource mobilization, okay, you are trying to take actions not only concerning the money, okay, but concerning all goods and services that your organization, it can be a university or a church or any other company, okay, when you are mobilizing resources, you are going beyond looking for financial resources, I mean money, okay? In that case, you are doing a resource mobilization, okay? So when you are doing fundraising, okay, you are raising money, so you want to get money, but in general terms, you do not only get money, but you can also get other resources that your organization is in need. Okay? Is it clear?
Okay, so, it's clear now.
It's clear. So you go beyond, looking for money. If, for example, partners of, for example, Revealed World University accept, for example, to have facilitators exchange, okay? And they accept, for example, to pay the facilitators that are contributing in facilitating, okay, within Revealed World University, okay? Their contributions in supporting such facilitators, that will be also among what university is benefiting, okay? If, for example, some organizations are providing tools, equipment, vehicles, okay, within Revealed World University, in that case, it is within resource mobilization, not only financial liquidity contribution, okay? So when we are doing fundraising, okay, we have to understand very well that it's not only financial resources we are looking for, but we are also making a resource mobilization. Okay, is it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear, Professor.
Okay. If there is anyone who will have any question, do not hesitate to intervene as we are moving ahead. Fine. So participants will learn strategy for strategic networking, okay, and effective grant search. So how we can, for example, look for grants or donations, okay, proposal writing, and the budget planning, okay. Participants will look at different funds sources and will also address the challenges related to resource dependence issues, okay. During this course, participants will review the different elements such as the understanding of concept of fundraising, okay, resource mobilization, we are going to come back to this, okay, and the strategies, providing leadership in fundraising, reflect on effective communication in fundraising, okay, strategies and planning, beginning closest home, raising personal support, approaching the foundations and donors, and the proposal writing. So if the time will allow us, we'll be covering such concepts. So as for example, the expectations, okay, we can expect to learn different strategies for strategic networking, okay, and also how to search for grants, okay, or proposal writing and the budget planning. So participants will look at different funds sources, and we also address the challenges related to resource dependence. Okay, we are going also to understand very well the concept of fundraising, resource mobilization, as the question has been raised previously. Okay, we are also going to come on the strategy, even if you have seen this in the previous course, and leadership in fundraising, reflect on effective communication in fundraising. So we are going to go through different strategies of communication in fundraising, and also go through strategies and planning. And when we are doing fundraising, it's really advisable to start or to begin closest home and raising personal support. So when you are doing fundraising for your personal interest, it's more personal support, okay? If I want, for example, to travel somewhere where the airplane is costing, okay, I can mobilize different partners to support my personal travel, okay, costs. That would be raising personal support, approaching the foundations and donors. Okay, we are going also to see quickly what it means, and if possible, going through proposal writing, but this will require more time. So let's go quick, let's continue quickly. So goals, the main goal of this module is to enhance skills of participants in fundraising and the resource mobilization strategies for better and effective management of their projects and programs within organizations, okay? As specific objectives, okay? By the end of this training, learners will be able to understand the key concepts like fundraising. Yes. Ambassador Levy, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Prof. Thank you.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay. Can you move ahead? Okay.
Can you mute? Hello, Ambassador Levi, can you mute your mic?
Ambassador Levi.
Okay, I will.
Okay, okay. Let's go. Sorry. Okay. So the specific objectives. By the end of the training, the learners will be able to understand the key concepts like fundraising, resource mobilization, and the strategies, and the importance of resource mobilization for projects and the programs. Okay, know the role of leadership in fundraising, describe the process of communication in fundraising, acquire strategies and planning skills for efficient fundraiser and resource mobilization, develop a proposal for resource mobilization, begin closest home in fundraising, raise personal support, approach foundations or donors. Okay. So expectations. At the end of the week, the participants are expected to understand key concepts, okay, as we have explained. Okay, this is the same. So those are what they need to understand. Let's go through the plan. So here we are going to go through an overview, okay, an overview of concepts, okay, and we are going also to see a definition of key concepts, fundraising, resource mobilization, sustainability, strategies, and strategic thinking. We are going to provide leadership in fundraising, also for importance of communication in fundraising, strategies and the planning for resource mobilization, develop a proposal for resource mobilization, begin closest home in fundraising, raise personal support, okay, approach foundations and donors, closest reflection and final evaluation. So we are going to see 10 chapters if the time will allow us, and let's start by providing some definitions of key concepts, okay? As the Vice Chancellor has already raised, okay? We are going to define and understand very well the 3 key concepts, okay? Fundraising, resource mobilization, and strategies, okay? We are going to go through such comprehension of those 3 concepts. Okay, let's start by fundraising. Okay, fundraising. Definition for fundraising or fund raising. Okay, here in fundraising you can see 2 nouns, fund, okay, and this verb raising, okay, is the process of soliciting and gathering voluntary contributions as money, okay. When we talk about fund, okay, the fund, it's more focusing on money, okay, or other resources. When we are talking about resource mobilization, we are also emphasizing the need of getting other resources by requesting donations from individual businesses, charitable foundations, or governmental agencies, although fundraising typically refers to efforts to gather money for non-profit organizations, it is sometimes used to refer to the identification and the solicitation of investors or other source of capital for profit enterprises. Okay. Traditionally, fundraising consisted mostly of asking for donations on the street or at people's doors, and this is experiencing very strong growth in the form of face-to-face fundraising, but new forms of fundraising, such as online fundraising, have emerged in recent years, though these are often based on older methods such as grassroots fundraising. Okay, let's come back a little bit on this concept, okay? Fundraising. As you've seen, it's a fund and raising, okay? So raising, as you see, it's ing form, so raising. When we are talking about ing form, okay, ing form means continuous action, okay? It means fundraising. So when you are doing raising, okay, you are going through continuous action of raising fund, okay? As it is a continuous action. So when you are trying to raise funds, do not keep in your mind that you will always get money, okay? That's the reason why we are trying to explain that it is really important to keep in mind that you may also be mobilizing resources, okay? You may contact some donors who do not have money. If they give you equipment, computers, cars, or furnitures, or even they accept, for example, to assist you in contributing when you are building, okay, houses or assets, long-term assets in general. So make sure that you are also doing fundraising, okay? And here, traditionally, it was face-to-face fundraising, but with the new technologies, okay, here we are on the step that it's possible also to do online fundraising, okay? You can connect with different potential donors, and without being together in their respective countries, you can interact online and also be able to raise some funds. So this is the advantage of new technologies in fundraising. Okay, here resource mobilization, as we have seen. What is resource mobilization? Resource mobilization refers to all activities involved in securing new and additional resources for your organization. It also involves making better use of and maximizing existing resources. Resources mobilization is often referred to as new business development. The figure below shows how business opportunities which are intended to mobilize resources form part of an organization's overall functioning. Okay. Before maybe seeing such figures down, okay, before going through, here it's really important to understand that in an organization, when you are using rationally the resources that is within your organization, okay, you are also mobilizing your resources, okay? Even the optimal allocation of human resources when, for example, you are allocating the right person to the right post to enhance his productivity, okay, you are also mobilizing the resources, okay? If you are supervising how, for example, the cars are consuming fuels, okay? So you are tracking how they are consuming. You are also mobilizing resources. So when you are doing resource mobilization, it's beyond, okay, the fundraising. I think now you are understanding progressively, okay? So when you are doing resource mobilization, you are referring to all activities involved in securing new and additional resources for your organization. It's really fundamental. Okay. What is resource mobilization so important? Resource mobilization is critical to any organization for the following reasons. Ensure the continuation of your organization's service provision to clients. Support organizational sustainability. Allows for improvement and scale up of product and service the organization currently provides. Organizations, both in public and private sector, must be in the business of generating new business to stay in business. What it means sustainability. Okay, before maybe explaining this, the sustainability, okay, let's come back a little bit to fundraising and the resource mobilization, okay? For example, what type of organization or organizations that are really in need of resource mobilization, okay? Because we have seen that there are, for example, profit organizations, and there are also non-profit organizations, okay? Between the two types of organization, what is the type of organization that requires fundraising between profit organization and non-profit organization? What type of organization that requires doing fundraising and why? Okay, let's exchange on this. It's really fundamental. Yeah, you are welcome. Any idea between profit organization and the non-profit organization, between the two types of organization, which type of organization is most in need of fundraising and why? You are welcome.
I think, okay, Professor, I want to respond to that. I think a non-profit making organization requires fundraising. The reason is that they need a lot of resources to continue what they intend doing. Yes. Unlike profit-making organization, yes, they have resources to manage with to continue their business, but unlike non-profit making organization. So a non-profit making organization requires to raise funds so that they can be able to sustain what they hope to do.
Yeah, that's perfect. So that's perfect because here when we are talking about fundraising, okay, we are talking about the actions made by non-profit organizations because they are surviving, okay, through the support of other partners, okay? But when, for example, you are in a profit organization, okay, the money you are using is the results of the investments, okay? So you are attracting investors, okay, when investors have already invested in your business, okay, they will be waiting to get profits, what we call dividends, okay? So for them, they are not granting you funds. They do not give you funds freely, but they invest their money. If your business is not generating more profits, investors may even decide to take in other business their investments. So that's the reason why it's really important to understand when we are learning fundraising and resource mobilization, we are talking more about actions done by organizations that are not looking for profits, but they are non-profit organizations, because grants or funds that non-profit organizations are using are not subject to generate profit and pay back to investors. No, because donors are there and satisfied by seeing you achieving the organizational goals and the objectives, okay? But they will not ask you to pay back the interests because you are not making profits. Okay. Any other question you would like to ask? If there is any question you can ask. If not, we are going to continue. We still have 12 minutes. Okay? Any question? Okay. If not, let's continue with what does it mean really sustainability, okay? Although sustainability is often identified with having sufficient funds to cover an organization's activity, it is actually a broader concept. There are three fundamental streams of sustainability: institutional sustainability, okay, financial sustainability, and the programmatic, okay? Here, when we are talking about sustainability, we can talk about institutional sustainability, but we can also talk about financial sustainability, or we can also talk about programmatic, okay? So in fundraising, most of the time, many people are understanding financial sustainability, okay? But they may be in resource mobilization, some aspects that are related to institutional, okay, or programmatic. It depends. Here in institutional, we are talking about the whole process, the governance. So if the organization is really sustainable on the aspect of institutional, okay, how it is structured, how decision-making is done, what are the different hierarchical plans, okay? You can see all this, but in financial, what are the resources, financial resources of such institution? The programmatic, how things are planned. So each is vital to the survival of an organization. Below are the definition of those three areas of sustainability. Three areas of sustainability. Okay. Programmatic sustainability. Programmatic.
Yeah, excuse
okay.
me, Professor.
Yes.
Excuse me, Professor.
Yes,
maybe for me and Ghislaine, can you please explain sustainability a little bit in French?
Because in French.
I'm not catching it, and I know that Ghislaine also maybe has such difficulties.
Okay.
Just that word sustainability.
Okay. Normally, sustainability is the global term, okay? That means,
French.
in French, it means sustainability, pérennité, in French.
Ah,
La
pérennité.
pérennité. Okay, for example, if an organization do not have funds, money, okay, is this organization able to sustain, to be sustainable, okay? Est-ce que cette organisation peut être pérenne? Okay, it's not possible. Okay, if, for example, an organization do not have enough structure and, for example, no plans that the organization is pursuing, is it possible, for example, for such organization to move ahead, to continue to be sustainable? Okay, that's the point. So sustainability is pérennité in French. Is it okay?
Ok, donc là, on va voir si l'organisation va rester pérenne, donc va pérenniser les ressources qu'elle a.
Oui, oui, parce que quand on fait fundraising, okay, on acquiert les connaissances qui nous permettront d'acquérir, par exemple, les finances qu'il nous faut pour garantir notre pérennité. OK? Si nous voulons continuer à bien fonctionner, on doit mobiliser les ressources. OK? Ce que nous avons, nous devons bien les gérer. Mais ce que nous n'avons pas, nous devons aussi les chercher auprès de nos partenaires pour pouvoir bien fonctionner. Ça va? C'est la raison d'être, c'est la raison d'être de fundraising si nous voulons mettre en œuvre, par exemple, nos projets, okay? Nos programmes. Okay? On doit faire fundraising et aussi mobilisation des ressources. C'est les fondamentaux. OK? Okay? Nous faisons ça parce qu'on est en train de chercher notre pérennité.
Voilà.
Okay? La pérennité, elle peut être institutionnelle, la pérennité, elle peut être financière, la pérennité, elle peut être aussi programmatique. OK?
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Donc là, il s'agit de la durabilité de l'entreprise.
Oui, ça aussi. OK?
OK.
C'est dans ce sens-là. OK? Très bien. Alors, let's continue. We have 3 key components. We were just starting to explain programmatic sustainability. The organization delivers products and services that respond to clients' needs and anticipates new areas of needs. Its success enables expansion of its clients' base. Okay. Institutional sustainability. The organization has a strong yet flexible structure and accountable, transparent governance practices. Its structure and the good governance allows to respond to the shifting priorities of its supporters and the 2 new responsibilities towards its clients, while creating a positive work climate for its staff. So this is institutional sustainability. So the organization has a strong yet flexible structure and accountable. So transparent governance practices, its structure and the good governance allows it to respond to the shifting priorities of its supporters and the 2 new responsibilities towards its clients, while creating positive work climate for its staff. So if you realize that in an organization there is no clear structure, there is no clear transparent action decision making, there is no priorities in terms of responsibilities towards clients, it's really, if there is no positive work climate between staff, it's really a challenge that can constitute a limit of sustainability of such institution. Okay? The organization draws on various sources of revenue, allowing it to support its ongoing efforts and to undertake new initiatives. The organization draws a various source of revenue, allowing it to support its ongoing efforts and to undertake new initiatives. Okay. Figures below shows how all of the streams of sustainability are exercised in an organization. The strategic plan is the anchor in which an organization's program, structure, and systems, as well as financial, are reviewed and the new business opportunities are identified. Those new directions or new business opportunities are then pursued using a distinct resource mobilization strategy, such as writing proposal, submitting grants application, or drafting business case or business plans. All of those instruments are designed to showcase an organization programs, institutional structure, and financial health. Okay. We are just going to see a little bit such a figure, okay? Such figure, okay, streams of sustainability in an organization, okay? In an organization. Okay, here, within an organization, okay? We can, for example, start by, if you see here, strategic plan, okay? The strategic plan will show you the strategic orientation of the organization goals and initiatives. So through such strategic plan, splitting such strategic plan in annual plan or operational plan, okay? Here. This annual plan, different detailed activities that will be implemented daily, okay? And by implementing your strategic plan, business opportunities, or just describe your business opportunity in brief, okay? And implement your business case. This is another option. But if you discover new business opportunities, have enough funds, okay, for you to implement business opportunities, you need to draft your business plan, okay? And if you have funds, secure funds to launch new product and services if you have your own money, okay? But if you do not have your own, with your new opportunity, it's up to you to write down your proposal and submit